Hello everyone, welcome back to Wildermyth. We're still the Spiders of the Vale, and we're still doing the Age of Ulstrix. Nearing the end of Chapter 2 here, and about to defend our first incursion. The Gorgons have come. Rotten odors roil thick as steam, an ululating animal moan is born in the air. It grows and grows with the thunder of mismatched feet. How should the defenders respond? And it looks like... I forgot his name. It's like Ari or something? Avi? It's over here. Gari? Gari. Gari is glad Alma's here. So, charge into battle, take the fight to them, says Meether. Or use our knowledge of the land, harry their approach, or stay hidden until the last moment. Fight with cunning. I like using, hiddenness. But I want to see what we get out of this. Harry their approach. What does that even mean? The enemy ranks absorb uncountered fire, slipping as they climb needle-strewn slopes. It's an audacious day. All begin to feel part of the story that grows under them. Okay. So, like, we shot at them while they were coming. Mechanically, what does that mean? We get intimidation and insight. All foes take 2 damage at the start of the mission. All heroes have double stunt chance. Okay. Okay, it is just 6 enemy. It scrolls, but not very far. But I think there are more of them, right? That spawn midway through? Or maybe this is all we will eventually get? I don't know. I thought they drew row 2. How come there's a row 1 here? Maybe did I cancel row 2? I don't remember doing that. Huh. Anyway, can we see any enemies yet? We can see like all of them, in fact, right? Jeez. Okay. And we have Volley of Arrows as a special ability. Local archers are supporting you for this fight. Tell them where to focus their fire. Archers can fire once every other turn. 6 to 8 damage, 2 range. I guess range from whoever's invoking the archer fire. And 1 pierce. So that's a lot, obviously. Is it a free action? Yes. It's not even swift, it's free, so it costs you literally nothing. And we also have these 2 farmers they mentioned. This guy has Gari's face. Oh, this is actually Gari. Wait, where's the other farmer? Here. Why are you up here? Bolala Fangness? Okay. Ah, tier 3 defenses made these guys stronger, I guess? But they don't seem to be helping us. Interesting. Okay, well, how do we approach this combat? I mean, there's a tree. You know what I love to do with trees. Might not necessarily be the best play, but certainly one to think about. Any fires around me there? Where is Meether? Here he is. The Hawk Quill. So he has... His normal damage is 6. But with Ember Arrows, isn't it like +2 and also shredding? +1 and shred. So I don't think he could quite get through this 8. Or this. Is there anything Meether could one-shot if he stood next to a fire? Because that would be kind of cool, right? Doesn't look like it. Everything's just out of reach. Oh wait, what about you? I can't count those stinky little bars. 8 health. also can't do that, huh? Where could I sneak down some plants to be useful? Nowhere really, huh? Oh, wait, over here maybe? Slow this guy down? It's a possibility. This is Ystrel. What is she again? She's a hunter. Balalafangness. Now, I don't think there's any particular reason to try to keep these guys alive, other than that they'll be useful in this fight. I don't think you get punished for losing them. What does she do? She's a farmer. Okay. She has a melee strike. This other guy also... Or lady? No, she has a bow. Okay. She's a hunter farmer, as opposed to a warrior farmer. Oh, you get to this. This is good cover. I mean, I guess that's something. This is good cover as well. Maybe I can shoot down here. Yeah, stand here, wall, and shoot at this raccoon. She could actually get a kill on that, which would be nice. Really rising to the occasion, the local farmers. Balala, can you reach this guy? That would be quite helpful, I think. Because then we could flank him for the kill. Excuse me, she has a thing called Giant Howl? Her axe is Giant Howl? Okay, that's cool, I guess. Didn't expect farmers to have, like, fancy weapons like that, you know, left to them, I guess. A little tough to deal with that guy and get to good cover, but honestly, like, he ignores, he walks through cover anyway. Maybe I don't want to worry about it. I think I just want to, well, I have to make sure I flank, which means I have to be... Yeah, this is a crit, but this isn't, or a flank. So if I stand here, I can't actually guarantee a kill. I think it's pretty worthwhile to guarantee that kill. Come down here to ward up, I guess. I'm worried about this, but we'll figure that out later, I guess. Wait. Oh! Okay, I got a little lucky there. I was thinking of standing here for the flank, and I was like, oh, but I can stand here to wall up. Oh! Wait a minute, what? Oh! She's got that fancy dagger. She's stunted. She gets her action back. Amazing. Okay, well, great. Probably want to hide then, huh? Hope you can survive on your own, little warrior friend. Is that debris there? What button did I just push? I pushed Q, swap weapons. Okay, it was safe. Didn't mean to push it. I meant to push W to go, or no, I meant to do this. You have to use the mouse for that. You can't press Q. Yeah, that is definitely debris. Okay. So we can get a burning arrow shot off here, I guess. The hobble is very useful. I think you can still reach Ystrel, but she's invisible. I don't think you can reach either of the other two. Maybe. Actually, I can find out, right? Oh my god, your movement sucks ass, my dude. Yeah. Even if he moves twice and then attacks using his charge ability, he still can't reach anyone. I forgot about that hobble. That's way better than the fact that he's on fire. Although I guess he's also dead from the fire, so... Problem solved. Shouldn't have gone up here. Should have let Meather take his turn before Ystrel did. Or took her second turn. Okay, well that means Gari is pretty free to deal with this shit, right? There's still several enemies somewhere. That guy's dead. And then there's these three in, like, the northwest. Meather has pretty good cover from the Bogmore, so hopefully he'll be fine. And I think everyone else kind of wants to take... stuff over in the west? Like, focus on that area? Let's just Vine Wrench this guy to further away? Why is it recalculating the percent chance every time I move him? Weird. Looks dead. Good. So it's just these two then. Which means it's mostly you. She can't get that far north, really. I guess she could come up here and just Guardian against this thing? Renshei really has very little to do, I think. I mean, get to cover and Sentinel. I don't imagine this thing is coming close enough that Sentinel will work. Miss me. Okay, and now more enemies are going to be spawning, but we pretty much have this under control, I think. Neither you can shoot this guy, right? And you can peep around cover, so I mean, this is going to hurt an awful lot, I hope. Anything else I should do first? I don't think so. He's hobbled. That doesn't matter, though, because the attacks are ranged. Well, the annoying attack is ranged. He has a very powerful slam, but, like, that's only melee. Noxious Tongue is still a potential issue, so we'll try to kill him. Which looks easy enough, right? This is a flank, so that takes care of him for sure. Whoops. I forgot he blows up. Let's undo that move, I guess. And reconsider. I mean, really, you should reconsider before undoing the move, of course. But, I mean, I think we can get a flank this way and be much safer, right? I don't want to have to move... I don't want to move further than I have to. Because the next group of enemies is coming from here, and I want to be able to flank them. Lots of stunting. And she got her action back, right? I don't... It said stunt. And isn't she the one who gets actions back when she stunts? But, like, she doesn't have any, so I don't know. I mean, there's basically nothing left to do, right? I mean, this guy could be an issue if we are having problems, I guess. Okay, well, there are new enemies coming in over here, I guess. We'll be prepared against that, maybe? Oh, that's... I meant for that to be Amma. I'll undo this one as well, why not? Make sure she has her big spear attacked, yeah, equipped. I think he, like, maybe wants to stay in this area, but wants to be in better cover. This cover's good enough. And close enough. Now our town's archers are good cover. You know, probably would have made more sense to stay here, wouldn't it? Well, you have the giant owl. I mean, I don't know. Are they going to get a full turn when they pop out, or do I want to be close to them? I don't really know how that works. I would think they don't get a turn, but I don't know. If I'm wrong, I guess I'd like to find out using a farmer instead of a real person. No offense. A raccoon, a rager, and a geist. They did not get a turn. Okay. Well, we have a little too much firepower on the west, it turns out, I think. A likely kill. Best we can do with that character, I think. Okay, I have Rain of Arrows available as a backup, but I hope not to need it. What I'd like is if you could get in here and trigger... Well, she can't, can she? I was thinking try to set up a flank, but you can only attack from immediately adjacent. I guess, she can get behind. Okay, so pretty much any attack from you is setting up a flank then. Everyone is stunting like every turn. That seems unreasonable. Where's Gary? So wild grasp, I guess? Sure. That's his swift action. Seems pretty busted. Just take another plant, I guess. this one. Fine wrench him. I mean, it's like 1,000,000% guaranteed kill. Why don't I instead do this? %100% chance to deal 8 damage. I'll take it. I gotta get you to one front or the other. Let's put you over here, shall we? Neither. I mean, everything seems pretty well handled, to be honest. Go stand next to a fire, I guess? Can he use this thing? He can't get this far, right? Yeah. Go adjacent to this fire. That one's too far away. Is this on debris? It's hard to tell. This would be kind of cool to stand next to it, right? Any debris in this area? Here, maybe? Yeah. Let's just put him like that. Next turn, he can light this on fire if he needs to. Let's make some more plants. No retreat for you. A raccoon in a row. Yeah, no more foes are coming. This is the end of the line. And it will be a very, very quick end for these enemies, I'm afraid. Oh, wait. Where do you all come? Here and... Oh, they're both here. Okay. Well, the fire spread. That's cute, I guess. Wait, he can actually reach this, right? Yes. Oh, that poor farmer is trapped behind a bunch of corruption. That's annoying. She can't even aim this at him, can she? Oh, she can. Counts somehow as an attack from the left, which I don't understand. Well, let's go for it. You're the last enemy, might as well attack you. Archers! A miss. Incredible. Well, we can't really set up a flank, so let's just get an attack where the enemy isn't in cover, I guess. Oh, good enough. Simple enough incursion to defend. It cost us a little time. We got 1,000,000 level ups, I guess. Renshay, we were trying to make her into a kind of reactive Overwatch type character, right? Melee attacks do 2 damage to all other foes in range. So since she has a big spear, does that, like, right? Oh, but she's not using it that much. She's using this thing. So it would be like for adjacent, it's like cleave, basically. Okay. Engage a foe, forcing it to attack her. That's cute. Because she could then use, like, a sentinel to react to it. I guess. Or just upgrade sentinel so the enemy can't move any further. That seems pretty cool. Especially if we sentinel with the spear. To stop them before they get to melee range could be a thing often. Ystrel gets her second ability, Flash Cone. Once per combat, deals 0 magic damage. Amazing. That's okay, so it's a flash bomb. A flash bomb, right? Flashbang? Blinds enemies or hides allies. Sure. Heroism, huh? I mean, on hunters that seems kind of good because they can make use of multiple attacks in a turn. But they also like have other stuff to do. Right? So you might just only really be able to get into position for one, like for a stabby hunter, you want to get into position for a big stab and then attack. And like, yeah, it would be cool to attack twice, but usually the first attack kills them and you had to spend your move getting there. I guess you could use it as basically like just a worse windwalk to like get into a difficult position behind an enemy and still have an action left to attack them with. But I could just take windwalk if that's what I want. And she doesn't really... Oh, I forgot. She has crippling strike, so her enemies get hobbled when she attacks them? Oh yeah. That was very useful in this last fight against the Rager or whatever it was. Yeah, Rager. I think I'll take windwalk. As a hunter, positioning is important to her. Okay, so these guys were repelled. The defenses didn't really matter at all, as you might have guessed. But we'll head up here. Why is it offering me to build a bridge? I guess here? Obviously a bad play. Everyone get over there. Let's go. We're going to go win this chapter. I was just double checking. There's no like hero recruitment opportunities I forgot about. 35 days remain. Well, good thing. We're about to finish the game. Or the chapter. Assault. Yes, everybody. Final fight of the chapter. Make sure you're ready. I am. I wasn't imagining having a child anytime soon. But this would be the place to see a girl get married. Who is this, by the way? This is, Ystrel, right? The one with a crush on... Gari? I can't keep them straight. Maybe it's Meether, but I don't think so. So many rare herbs here. Wish there was time to collect them. The Cavern of the Sea Spear lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. Sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, molded and mushed by the hands of titans when the world was old. Was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp and glows. But the canyon's deep places are strung with fragrant clear waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden in damp shadow and fern-feathered shade. But Meether spots it and leads the way inside. Smell that? Someday I want to go with you. I want to go with you to the... I don't know. It smells like the ocean. Go slow, love. Lots of holes and ridges. Meether follows his own echoes into the dripping depths. I like that they've also, by the way, arranged for the hunters in this scenario to be the ones giving advice and discovering, you know, how to traverse, right? I assume there's some personality trait in there that they're like, oh, you know, look for this person with the best some scouting skill or something, which will be a hunter, presumably, but just nice that they have, you know, they try to make the dialogue fit the characters. No eye has scraped these. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. The air is pickled and still. It's smoother down here, but look at the ceiling. It seems to go up and up. Something's glinting too. Slime or something. Hopefully not alive. It's cold. Sinking to your bones kind of cold. Can't wait to get out of here. Jump in a hot bath. Ystrel. This looks like the end of the tunnel. Curved and firm and ancient. Oh, yes. I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes that in my off-camera playthrough, a character was maimed because I was careless with line of sight and where he moved. It was on this map. So we go in here first and fight the big boss. And then we have to run away. I mean, there's not much preparing to do here, huh? Who's opening the door? Does it? Well, there is, like Silk Step. Everyone wants to get hidden, right? Yeah, we should definitely take a prep turn. Anyone else need to do any prepping? I mean, we can make some plants, I guess. Get the warriors up near the front. Oh, that's a dangerous plant. It's gonna get in the way of our escape. We might want to knock that one over real quick. How do I know how much damage this is gonna do? I don't know. Okay, and then interfuse with a different one, please. Alright, now we are ready. You have nothing to do with swift actions, so you can open the door. It is a Calabine. Calabine? Towering, reeking of algae and old water. It stalks sedately on its stony limbs while the world quakes. So what is your stat line here? 22 health, that's a lot. Can't be compelled to move. It's 4 to 6 damage to everything adjacent, but boy, it really like, oh no, I thought it had very little movement range. Actually, it has a huge movement range. Okay. But what's the range on Shockwave? Like, I can't tell. It doesn't say range at all, so I think it must be melee, right? So I kind of feel like if we can just hobble it, right? You have hobbling shots, don't you? Oh, I should have gotten you next to a fire, huh? Well, I can still do that, it turns out. Or any useful fires in here? Not really. Blocked. Annoying. Don't you have this, like, enemies? Yeah, stop their movement, so... If we swap weapons, we have a ranged thing that would make him stop moving. Might work out. Not necessarily what I want to start with. I kind of want to just shank this guy with a... dagger, but I also want, like, to not have her just die for no reason. And she can still get a flank from here, and as long as he isn't allowed to move, maybe that's fine? I'm not sure. Because, if we put her in this very compromised position, I don't know. I think it'll be okay. God, she's fast, huh? He's hobbled now. Can still move fairly far. But... I don't know, maybe we can just kill him. So what the heck are her weapons? The lizard spear is the good one, I guess. Oh, maybe I should have gotten adjacent to him to try a backslam. On the other hand, like, he has 4 armor, so it would do 0 damage, and I can't force him to move, so I think it would do nothing. Whew. That's a lot of damage. But he still has 11 left. So I was thinking of having her stand, like, here and sentinel, but maybe we can just kill him. This source to here. He can't be compelled to move, so I don't think what I'm doing matters, but I don't know, in case it does, let's put him over here. Is that what I want? Probably. Okay, I guess I didn't compel him to move. I moved him. He can't move. Oh, defenses are lowered by pinning? Somehow I never realized that was an effect. I mean, in what way are his defenses reduced? I don't know. His armor and warding seem like they're still there. I don't want to get adjacent to him, and I can't attack him in any other way. No, this is the long-range one. No one else has a turn. I think, just in case he somehow finds a way to move, I'll go on sentinel duty. Okay, he did nothing. Great. I mean, that's a pretty good turn. He's still at 7 health? Yeah, and 4 armor. I think we start with another Vine Wrench, right? Actually, hang on. Before I do that, let me get out of this plant. I think you could start running and take a shot on the way out. Close to death? Close to death. Neither should probably try to finish him then. So that everyone else can get going. Yes, good. Alright, let's get what we came for. It's here, the sea spear. The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the great guardian shrivels inside its carapace. Mither approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like, grand. It radiates legacy and power. It's just strange. What can this thing really mean to them? I've thought about that. So, what if our myth of a hero queen with a spear to save the seas isn't really our myth at all? What if it's theirs? That's fascinating, I guess, but... So it's a kind of emblem to them, maybe, of a past hero. As Mither grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, of tortured lungs shoveling air, and the slickering squelch of creeping things. By the sound of it, a horde of Gorgon beasts is pouring towards the chamber. We need to hope they don't cut off our escape. Even I don't believe we'll survive if we stay here. So I don't totally understand why they happen to find... God, another spear? I mean, I love a tier 3 weapon. Why do I keep getting only spears? Anyway. It seems quite far-fetched that, like, just by coincidence, after waiting 10 years, we'd get there 15 seconds before the enemies found it. I don't know. I mean, we could give this to someone else. Give it to Mither instead of his skinning knife, if he needs to get into melee combat, but I just think, like, that's never going to be a thing. But this is a warrior weapon for warriors. It's insanely strong. Amma already has a tier 2 weapon. I guess we give it to Renshay to replace her tier 1 spear with a tier 3 spear. Just like strictly huge upgrades. The spear of an ancient hero queen made of an unbreakable glass that swirls with deep sea hues. When swung, it seems to whisper and lowly roar like a distant ocean or a crowd of frozen souls. Sure, it's the petroglass sea spear, I guess. Raccoons and ragers have appeared. Escape. Gorgons will keep coming. Yep. Who is... Can I open the door from here? This plant sucks. I hate it. I can open the door. Okay, so I can just go around the plant. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. This is a doomed fight if we try to hold our ground. Suggestions? We're not trapped. They're entering from a different tunnel. Skitters and squirks. Stop chattering and choose a direction. Hush. If she's right, our way might still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Escape is the only option. Escape alive. So, we want to get here. Enemies are appearing here. Every turn, basically. So I successfully opened the door. Just run, man. Wow, those guys... That guy spawned from, like, the middle of the... He didn't spawn up here, I don't think. Yeah, there's the raccoon. I mean, I'm just gonna have to let it hit me if it wants to. At least for one turn. Let's see. A lot of people can actually get into Silk Step, I guess, or Grey whatever. They can Silk Step their way into Grey whatever. Which seems like a productive thing to do, especially when you're as slow as this asshole. I guess he has to duck around this plant. That's what's slowing him down. It's probably more important that he just cover more distance. raccoon and a bogmore have apparently appeared. Blocked. Not took cover. We are behind cover, I think. A little surprised, but it's fine. Good. Now everybody else can just run. She's invisible. It could be interesting to go scout what's going on up here, but I don't think it would be very smart. Just go scout the way we actually want to go. Yeah, Neither's gonna maybe need some help evacing. He's not fast. He is invisible, though, if he wants to be, I guess. So let's delay that invisibility until it's needed. Also, in some weird, dire circumstances, there might be a situation where he could set a fire, shoot an arrow, and then teleport to the result. I mean, it doesn't seem likely, but it's possible, I guess. More enemies. Hate you. But your range is only 4, right? Yeah, so if we're best here by the end of next turn, we're maybe okay? Actually, she has Crippling Strike. She could hobble him, right? Oh, not her. Wait. Yes, her. You just have to get the tiniest bit closer, which seems dangerous. But maybe worthwhile to make sure everyone else doesn't have an issue. Ah, she can do it from here, so still making forward progress. Okay, that's something. Any place plants would be useful? I mean, we could try to completely gum this up, I guess. I'm not sure that's better than just leaving more quickly. Feels a little brazen to be standing out in the open here, but there's not really any good cover, and there's not really any ranged enemies anyway. Besides this guy, you can't move far enough. Yeah, we gotta go. Well, Meter's not an issue. If he's the last one, he can just silk step his way out of it. I don't think there's really anything tactically we can do to these guys that's interesting. Oh, I mean, Ystrel has Windwalk, I guess. She could maybe get one more hobble in if she needed to. Why is this putting red little thingies around the screen? I don't think that always shows up when you attack, does it? Maybe it does, and I'm just now noticing. Yeah, I mean, these are our two hunters. They can just silk step and be fine. He doesn't even know where we all are. Great. Alright, I'm out of here. Not gonna catch me getting maimed like I did last time I did this mission. This quest, this encounter. Pretty easy fight. Travel Traff. Tier 1 armor. I mean, sure? We left that canyon and cave behind. The enemy's treasure in our hands. See, this, I think when we get this is the narrator, Gary, speaking as he writes the story of our journey. We should be joyful, but we know a clash is coming. The truth is tough chewing. We're at war, us few who know it. Winning one hill doesn't decide anything. We can only hope this small victory buys us time. Spooky monster eyes. Okay, so I left one infested tile. Lurking threat? What's the difference between that and an infested tile? I don't know. 11 years of peace? It's always 10 years. What the hell? Okay. Fine. So, we could have spent... I mean, we didn't have the spare time. We could not have gotten that last tile in the time we had, I don't think. So what happens to our heroes? I think this time we will read the peacetime story during the end of this chapter instead of the beginning of next. During the years of peace, Meether spent time communing with the tortoise in his shared dreams. Ystrel went back to Gorgonia Weaver Works to apprentice for a year. The murals she spun tended to play out their stories when no one was looking. What? I don't quite understand what that means. To play out the stories of the murals, or the stories of the Spiders of the Veil, or is it magical, or I just don't quite understand. Hiking the perilous Windy Crossing Range provided Meether with a different kind of opponent. There is no hatred in the heart of a mountain, but neither is there mercy. Meether took what lessons he could from it. So this is his second downtime activity, right? He was the one communing with the tortoises, but he's also hiking mountains. Wrenche became smitten with a blacksmith's son. You could say that sparks flew, ha ha ha. Each day, Gari swept the path and trimmed back the weeds, and couldn't help but ask. Amma couldn't help but ask, why the diligence? We keep the chaos at bay however we can. Ystrel White and Meether Weatherkiss's daughter has reached adventuring age. Kraldrin Westerkiss has joined the Spiders of the Veil as a hunter. I mean, this seems sort of not believable, right? They just had a crush on each other while we were adventuring. It's been 11 years, and she's old enough to adventure? Like, how old are you, kid? 20. They haven't even known each other for 20 years, I don't think. Okay, but whatever. Suspend your disbelief, please. Another hunter. Rogue. When she kills an enemy, she enters Grey Plane for free, becoming hidden. That's fun. Sure. And no one's retired, as far as I can tell. Nobody got any maimings, besides the one Meether already had. And did I have one other? I feel like I might have had one other. No, I don't think so. Well, Wrenche certainly deserves some real armor. And she's more mobile. Ystrel got right. That's right. She got the travel traff. Okay. I mean, how expensive would this be? It would be... It's Spending all of our hides, basically. Be pretty powerful, obviously. Any other glaring deficiencies we have? Not really. I feel like everyone's doing fine on that. Like, I don't know. Yusril could use a new something, but I mean, she has fancy magical dagger. Oh, there's like there's multiple daggers available? What is this? Oh, she can upgrade a water dagger into a different kind of water dagger, I guess. Huh. Interesting. So does that apply to, like, this axe, which is a leaf axe, as I recall? Yeah, we could actually... We could, like, side grade to a tier 2 non-magical axe, or we could carry on... We could kind of forge the existing axe into a better axe, I guess is the way to think of it. Interesting. I mean, her bow stinks, obviously, but she tries not to use it. And, like, wouldn't a tier 3 dagger be pretty fun? Damage up by 2. That's basically it, right? But, of course, when she's flanking, it would be twice as much. So she would be flanking for... Or not flanking, when she's... Yeah, flanking. That's how these work, right? Yeah, double flanking damage. So when she flanked, it would do 12. That's obviously quite a lot, but maybe overkill. I think getting Renshe, her fancy guard, is more important. Still a decent amount of armor, but it keeps her dodge and speed high instead of like committing to even more armor but losing some speed. She wants to be mobile. Go for it. Treat yourself. Wilderguard. Yep, that's what it is. Anything else we can afford? We have a lot of heartwoods. We could probably upgrade a staff or something, or an axe, or a spear? We certainly could. It's not the most incredible upgrade. Maybe your bow could use a little work. I would have to spend an LP on hide to get a bow, huh? Your wand? Yeah, I mean, I have the material lying around, just upgrade it for free. Extra damage and extra stunt damage, and extra warding and extra spell damage. Oh, this damage, I see. These are for using it as a melee. They don't really matter. It's just one extra warding and one extra spell damage, basically. I mean, that seems fine. Maybe we should get Kralrin something nice. Because she's interested, I think, in using a dagger, right? Oh. I can just make a water dagger because I know that those exist? Yeah, okay, and because I have a water or a leaf axe, I could make another leaf axe. So it doesn't have to be upgrading the existing one. Interesting. So what's the difference in cost here? 2 ingots, an additional fabric, and 2 spell threads for this. I mean, no thanks. This would just cost 1 hide is an LP, but it's a really nice dagger. I don't want to invest all the spell threads in that. And this one, yeah, maybe get her a tier 2 dagger. Enjoy, kid. Mom and Dad got you something nice for your birthday. I still need something to spend these damn heartwoods on. I thought, like, everybody wanted them. I guess I'm just buying a better spear? Or is a bow upgrade any... Does that make any sense? Ah, this is an artifact bow, which... Huh, I don't understand. Cost me a big chunk of heartwoods. Yeah, it's a really nice weapon. But he already has a really nice weapon, so I don't think it's that important necessarily. You can't really... Man, we need so many hides. This spends a spell thread for a better wand. I guess that's fine. And then we were looking also at upgrading this spear, I think. The bows are just too expensive to upgrade. Ugh, I don't want to spend 3 LP on this. She's already got a great weapon, just be happy. Oh, you know what we could do is buy some people offhand weapons, I guess. Or offhand items, like here. You're a rogue, right? Shouldn't you be getting poison or something? Where is that? Here. Sadly, I threw away all my spell threads. A hide, maybe? Ingots and heartwood, so it's basically ingots that are limiting me here. I want to save 3 to make sure I can hire a new hero. Some storms batter compromise into combative neighbors. Grudges are no shelter in bitter weather. This is still part of Chapter 2 complete and not part of Chapter 3's start, so I guess we'll read it. The rains had been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountain snows melted and water roared from the heights. The seas whirled and wrung at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider. Valleys turned to huge brackish lakes. Lowland woods and the dams of dry times were swept away, as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought escape from churning floods. You think our Ulstrix poisoned the weather? After all this time? Why? How? With what? I'm telling you, it's... Well, who else could have done this? I've seen things in the wild, stuff you can't explain, and... Oh, someone's at the door? The strange party of visitors begs a fire. They appear to be on edge here in a common dwelling, and also very soggy. Arnon, you say we're natural allies. Care to explain? The haggard man behind the horns, calling himself Arnon, takes a long breath and turns to address Gari and the rest. Ask my wife. Ask my wife, she sent me. Can you believe that at my advanced age? I grew up here in Lockhall, you know? It looks different. His 2 underlings shift and resettle their garments as they dry out. Must be about the flooding. Huh? You know why the... No, everyone knows. It's those tentaclasts, the Gorgons. They bring ruin on us all. Which Gorgons? They're blue. That checks out. But I mean, who's there? The Gorgons are flooding the world. They've set it in motion and it can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this should be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right, it shouldn't be. The great balance should be unassailable. But somehow they've thrown it over. So the torrents fall, the seas thrash, the soil seeps black down our warrens. It is Ulstrix. I knew it would be. Ulstrich? No, it's the Gorgons, I'm saying. The beasts have our warrens hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. You need to talk to her. Hemmed in, but you slipped by them? It's why it had to be me. I'm a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. I think we'd like to believe you, but... Is it the horns? Trust me, you don't want me to take them off. He certainly gives us an option. A strange one, but this weather, these floods, what else can we go on? If you want to watch the world sink beneath a rising sea, watch all land things perish, then you're exactly where you need to be. But if you see sense... Arnon thuds a lump of soaked fabric on the table. Here's a... Oh, it's wet. I mean, it's a map. Sorry, it'll dry all crinkly. Follow the map. Come to our warren. There, learn for yourselves how you can deflect this drowning doom and these lands all save. The shadows deepen. Monster groups will draw an extra monster card every battle. Great. So... Oh, good. I'm glad to know you saved the game like 36 times in a row there. Well, tomorrow we'll start figuring out what's the deal with all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.